Welcome to this introduction to Adobe Flash CS5. In this lesson, we're going to learn about the interface, and we'll do some basic drawing with some of the tools available to you in this program. So when we're creating a brand new animation or project, what you should be doing just to get started is use the default ActionScript 3.0. And then it'll set everything up. So we'll click on that. So there are a couple different areas to the screen that you see. You've got the stage here where you'll be doing all of your drawing and animation and design. And then you've got the timeline, which shows up down here, which is key for animation. And there are a variety of other panels that we will be using from time to time. So let's take a walk through the basic tools that you're going to be using in this program, and then we'll get started with a little bit of a design project. So the basic tools that you're going to be using for drawing are the brush tool, the pencil tool, the shape tool, and any of these buttons, you can hold the button down when you click with the cursor, and you get a variety of options here that you can pick from. The line tool, the text tool, and the pen tool. So what we'll do is we'll start by drawing something fairly simple. We'll draw the outline of a face, and this is going to show you how you can start doing basic animation with Flash. So you can draw this any way you want. What we need to do is first select properties. So we've selected the brush tool. What I would like you to do is on the right hand side here, you can use the fill color to pick the color of the brush. So I'm going to pick a black because this will be the outline of my face that I will animate. So just click and drag. We'll start with a neck. This looks quite large, and then what I would like you to do is design many parts of the face, except we're going to leave the eyes and the mouth out of this, and do those on a separate layer. So I'll show you that when we get to layers. So then we can do some hair here. I'll do just a little bit of a spiky hairdo because it's easy to draw. We'll put an ear here, and that's probably fine. So this is a bit of a 3D view of a face, and then we're going to use this to animate. So on the timeline, you can see that I'm on layer 1. What I'm going to do is double click on this, and I'm going to type in face. And I'm going to do different objects on different layers. So the moving things I'm going to do on a layer above this. So to get another layer, the easiest way is to click on the new layer button down here. And this one will have the mouth on it. So we'll use the pointer here to deselect that, and what you need to do is make sure that mouth is selected, and then it will put the mouth here on frame 1. So I'll use the brush tool again, and I'm going to just draw a line for the mouth. And now we need a layer, and we're going to do the eyes on this one. So we'll do the eyes on the top layer. So deselect, make sure that I'm on the eyes layer, use the brush tool, and this is where you can do some eyes, and you can make them look like anything you want. So I'm going to just use dots under some eyebrows to represent my eyes. So what we're going to do here is now we're going to create a frame-by-frame animation where the eyes will be moving as well as the mouth will be moving. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 5-frame animation where the eyes look to the left and then recenter. So what you're going to do here is we need to put some extra frames here on the eyes layer. The way you're going to do that, a couple different ways. You can right click or control click and put an insert blank keyframes. And what you'll see is that everything has just disappeared. So I've got everything on the first layer, but not after that. So I at least want my face to last for the first 5 frames. So what you're going to do, I'm going to show you the difference between the keyframes and the frames. So we're going to go to number 5 here on the face layer, right click or control click, and I'm going to insert a frame. So a frame is just a placeholder for basically the continuation of a state that you've set. That's this little dot here is a keyframe, so it sets the animation and then it just continues until frame 5. On the eyes layer, what I've got is a keyframe followed by a blank keyframe on which there is nothing. So for typical cell animation, what you're going to do is draw a slightly different version on the next frame, but it really helps to see what was on the previous frame. So for this, we're going to use the onion skins button, which is down here. So we're going to use the onion skins, and then you can see a kind of a ghost image of what is on the previous frame. So for here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the eyebrows again, and I'm going to draw the eyes looking a little bit more to the left. Then on the next frame, I'm going to put another blank keyframe, and you can see that I can see multiple frames. So I'm going to continue this person's viewing to the side here, and I'm going to do this 2 more times. It should probably max out the right eye here at some point. Okay, and then I'll put the eyebrows back in. Okay, so we'd like our mouth to continue. So I'm going to turn off the onion skins because I don't want to draw that anymore. And I would like the mouth to continue, but it's not going to move yet. So on frame 5, you can insert a frame because we don't want to change the animation. On the eyes layer, we are changing the animation every layer. So if you can see, I'm going to click on the timeline, and you can drag, which is called scrubbing. I'm going to scrub through the timeline so I can get a little preview. And then I can hit the enter or return key, and you'll get the eyes looking to one side. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have the eyes return to their original position. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be copying some frames. So the way we're going to do this is we want this frame also to show up on frame 6 because we want to reverse the animation. So the easy way to do this is if you hold down Option on the keyboard and drag the frame, what it's going to do is it's going to copy it to the new location. Then if you go to frame 3, click on it, hold Option down on the keyboard, and then drag it. You can see there's a little plus sign on the cursor. We're going to go to frame 2, Option, drag, frame 1, Option, drag, and then what you'll see is if I play this by hitting Enter or Return, the eyes will look one direction and then back. So we want to keep the mouth and face, so we will again insert frames for both of those. Okay, now we'll get an animation going with the mouth. So on frame 10, what we're going to do is we're going to insert a blank keyframe, and then we're going to change the mouth. So I want to just sort of widen the mouth a little bit. And then on frame 11, I'm going to widen the mouth a little bit more. And then on the next frame, I will do the same. And then this one will be kind of the maximum. Okay, so now we've learned how to do a few different things. So what I would like you to do is we're going to have this close again. So we'll use our method to use option drag to copy frames. And then for this last one, I'm going to go back to the beginning, option drag, and because I want to move the whole keyframe. Just to keep the remainder of the animation intact on frame 15, you can insert a frame and insert a frame. So this is a frame-by-frame animation which will have your eyes look back and forth, and then the mouth will open and close. It's a little bit fast, so what we'll do is we'll take a look over here at the properties, and then you can click and drag on the FPS, which is the frames per second, and if you drag it to the left, it will slow down your animation. So let's see how it looks now. So that was one loop. We can scrub through as well if you want to see what that looks like. The other thing we can do is we can see what this would look like if we were to publish the movie. So go to Control, Test Movie, and Test, and it will loop through the animation over and over again. So your eyes look to the left, back to the center, and then the mouth opens and closes. So this is how you would do basic multi-layer frame-by-frame animation of a face. So make sure you save this, and then you can move to the next tutorial.